Alright, Gaz Parry. Okay, so Gaz, you've been basically at the forefront of the British climbing scene for the past 15, 20 years. So, how did you originally get into climbing?
I started when I was about 12 years old and started by going outside. We didn't have climbing walls like this at that time of the year. You know, back in the day, we didn't have anything like this. So I went outside on the gritstone, a hawser laid rope, no modern ropes, and a harness made out of a car seat belt. Went top roping with some of my some friends from school. Most of my sort of upbringing really till I suppose 16 was basically outdoors, all trad background, and then when I turned around 16, I did the first competition in the UK, which was the Yorkshire Open in 1989, and it was the same year that we had the Leeds World Cup that Jerry Moffat won. So I did the Yorkshire Open and then went to the Leeds World Cup, which was the second comp in the UK, and watched Jerry win that, which was sort of a defining moment in my early years, really, to sort of just tell me that that's definitely what I want to do.
Was Jerry Moffat your sort of inspiration, your sort of hero when you were younger? Or?
Prior to the competition, not really, but after that, it was an insane thing to witness, really.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else around that time that you really sort of looked up to in the climbing world?
I think earlier influence maybe, or a similar sort of time influence would have been Johnny Dawes, I think, really. The BMC used to run youth meets in North Wales and various places, and I went on one of those with lots of like-minded young climbers and got introduced to, the real great outdoors, North Wales stuff, and I was being driven around by an old BMC boy called Dennis Gray, and things were a little bit more relaxed at that point. We used to hang off the back of the truck down the Llanberis Pass and see how many people could hang off the ladder and stuff. But you're not allowed to do that nowadays. No. Perfectly fine though, you just don't let go, do you? And yeah, when we went to watch a film one evening, and that was Dawes' Stone Monkey, and obviously that was massive at that point for me, and still today I think it's probably one of the better films that's ever been made of climbing.
I'd agree.
Inspirationally, it's amazing.
Brilliant. Right, we'll talk about your successes in climbing a little bit for a second. You've often mentioned in other interviews that your best achievement, greatest achievement, was winning the Arco Rock Masters back in 2007.
Yeah.
I was looking at the results, pretty crazy, against Natalie Tower and Daniel Woods, amongst others.
Yeah.
It was, an insane thing to actually happen for a British climber just sort of to reach that level of success. But I mean, you've also climbed 80 plus outdoors, you've Boulder AP. Is there any reason why you say that is particularly your greatest achievement? Do you prefer, or do you rate competitions over either sport climbing or bouldering, or is it all relative?
To be honest, I enjoy all parts of the sport, whether it be sport climbing, whether it be trad climbing, on site, after work, whatever. It doesn't bother me, and location doesn't bother me that much either, which is why I enjoy indoor climbing a lot as well. It's more the movement, and to be honest, it's the move. I can get a lot of enjoyment out of just one move, really. But I think Arco was just, coming from that early inspiration of seeing Jerry win in Leeds, and then having a bit of a following of international competition climbers like Francois Legrand and real big players like that, to actually get an invite to an event like Arco and then walk away with it was just sort of insane, really. But it was 2007 was definitely sort of my year as far as sort of fitness levels and strength. And you mentioned about me climbing 8B. I've climbed 8B, and that year I did. I had 2 days basically bouldering where I did 2 8Bs in both days. both quite quick. So that was definitely going quite well at that time, and to be honest, that still doesn't happen today, apart from one of the two of the top players. It certainly doesn't happen very much with English climbers. So I was definitely sort of at the peak, and that coincided with being able to go to Arco and compete against Nally, who I've competed against before and since, and Daniel Woods as well, and yeah, came away with a bit of a cheeky win in the end.
Fantastic. You've, again, for a number of years, you've been heavily involved with the British team, whether you've been competing, coaching, team manager. Firstly, I mean, the World Cup is coming up soon. How do you rate the British chances?
Well, the World Cup starts in, what day is it today? Thursday. The World Cup starts on Saturday, so 2 days' time. And we've got Shauna and Mina, who've gone out to China, and they're both fitter and stronger than ever, which is pretty cool to see, and both really motivated. So I think they've both got a very, very good chance of putting in some really good results. And Shauna finishing 4th last year, it's totally possible that she could become world champion. If she climbs well, at the end of the day, there's a lot of good climbers out there. It all comes down to a little bit of luck. So if she's got some luck with her this year, then she'll win.